Hello guys, we will be making some bath bombs today. As you can see, these are going to be some different bath bombs, guys. I got this whole set. It is so cool. Go ahead and go ahead and subscribe so you do not miss the upcoming videos that will be happening on this channel, and hit the notification bell. Everything you need will be in the description box, including the recipe and one-on-one coaching. Okay, so we're going to be using these heart molds, guys, and we're going to use the circle. I got so many different size molds with this particular set. I like it because it's a star. I like the heart. The heart is so cool because it's Valentine's Day, and also we got a huge mold right there that we can just kind of take and put the little one inside, and we can make some color our salts and kind of make some crystal looking ones. Listen, we have so many different ideas for these bath bombs. I will definitely let you guys know where I got this entire set from. I will post that link in the Patreon. Okay, guys. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start getting into it. We have our baking soda, so I'm just going to go and start sifting out everything. Listen, the reason why you're going to sift this out is because you will have little tiny little ugly balls inside of your bath bomb. So you want to make sure that this is an important step that you do not miss. Okay, so everything should be sifted out to a fine powder. Listen guys, even my citric acid is a fine powder. So that's one thing when I make bath bombs, I like for everything to be in powder form. I never use like Epsom salt or anything like that. I don't like no rough bath bombs. I love things to be pretty smooth. All right, so I'm adding my citric acid to this particular step. We'll be using cocoa butter in these bath bombs, and I will say this: whenever I make a cocoa butter bath bomb, it's very hard. Like, this thing dried up so hard really quick. Okay, so I'm just pretty much adding all of my dry ingredients to the bowl, and then I'm going to start adding my wet ingredients. But first I want to add some clay, guys. And for this particular clay, you can use kaolin clay. I mean, you can use whatever clay you want to use, but one thing I do know about those clays, they make the bath bomb get really hard. So I do like putting it inside the recipe, but I do not like the color that it make my bath bombs like. So this is like cocoa butter, and I wanted it to be brown, so I had to end up adding like a little bit of my gold mica just to kind of get like a little bit more of a natural brown without adding brown mica to it. Okay, so like a tan. So I'm just mixing everything in together with my hands. I have not added my wet ingredients yet, but now I'm going to start adding my wet ingredients. Okay, all right, so right here I'm going to add some polysorbate 80. Polysorbate 80 is very good inside your bath bombs because it will help you with the color. Sometimes that color can stick to the tub. The polysorbate, keeps it from doing that, and that's cocoa butter, so we're going to add that to it as well. You can add you some almond oil, any kind of light carrier oil we're going to use in this recipe as well. So I'm just going to add everything I need to the bowl, and then we're going to mix it all in. Guys, like I said, the recipe will be in the description box. Okay, all right, and so we're going to be using kaleido oats also inside of the recipe, and if I haven't added it on camera, it is inside of the bowl. It was just I was working off camera and on camera with this particular recipe. Okay, because I was kind of like finding stuff as I went. All right, so now we're gonna add that cocoa butter because I'm behind the scenes kind of melting it down, and we're gonna add that. And also, guys, I want to talk about the fragrance. So when it came down to choosing my fragrance for these bath bombs, because it's going to be a Valentine's Day type of bath bomb, I got a sample pack from Northwood Candle Supply, and let me tell you something about this sample pack. It has some really nice smells on the inside of it. One of them was Lost Cherry. I used that the other day. It smells like a cherry cologne, but today we're going to use this lemon, I believe it's like lemon rosemary, if you guys seen it. Yes, it smells so good. I don't know why people sleep on Northwood. You guys got to try their fragrances out. They're really good. All right, they're good for candle and bath and body as well. So I'm adding my almond oil on the side there, and that is pretty much the end of my carrier oil. So now I'm just going to start putting my oatmeal into my bath bomb molds, and the spear one is the one that I'm going to do first, but I just added it to the heart and just kind of set it to the side. So now I'm just going to test and see if I can put it in a ball and it stays in that ball, and when I throw it down, it don't fall apart. I'm ready to go ahead and get started. One more ingredient I did add to this was, I said before, my gold mica. It had to bring that color back to, like, I just wanted it to be tan. I didn't want it to look dark gray because of the clay, okay? Okay, so now I'm just kind of testing it out just to see, you know, if my bath bomb batter, I'll call it batter today, if it's ready, my mixture, you know. Sometimes it'd be a little bit too dry, so I had to keep wetting it up to get it to where I want it to be, but it's actually fine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a spear. So I'm going to pack these two together, and also I did put my oatmeal in there first. Okay, so what I like about these bath bombs is we have colloidal oats and we add our little oats to the top, so it gives it like a little cute look, and also oatmeal is so soothing in the bathtub. It's very relaxing. All right, so now I see I got the perfect bath bomb that I want. I'm just tap, 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 tap. You guys know how to make bath bombs. We make them all the time, but I just wanted to show you guys how to use this heart mode in particular, so that's why I made a video. Otherwise, I would have just posted the recipe in the Patreon, okay? So I'm just laying them out on a tray, okay? And another thing I will say about the heart mode is it's a flat mode, so I don't have to like really use anything special to drop my bath bombs on. You know, I could just lay them out on the tray and I don't have to worry about the bottom of them, you know, going flat like the spear, because the spear has to be laid on something to where so it will maintain its shape. Okay, so I just pack both of these sides and then just kind of push them together, but I also wanted to make sure that the heart was even, because one side could be slided a little bit further over, which would make the heart, you know, not even. Okay, all right. And so when I do that, I just take the back of my butter knife, or you can use a spoon, whatever you want to use, and just tapped on it until it became hollow. And what I mean by hollow is like the sound will change. You'll hear it, like, you know, when you banging on it, it'll sound like it's packed, and then it'll sound really light. Okay, and then I just basically took it apart. Okay, and then I just took that and I added it onto my tray, being careful. It shouldn't fall apart. If it fall apart, then that means that your mixture is too dry. Okay, so if it's too dry, just go ahead and re-wet it. Use a little bit of witch hazel or the mix that I told you guys you can use in the Patreon. I gave you guys a recipe for a mix if you can't use witch hazel or alcohol, because some climates you really can't, because they, you know, just get really dry. All right, and so that mix is good for that. Yeah, I like the mix. All right, I don't know if I talked about this, but I might have talked about it, but I did use a little bit of bubble bath inside of mine, because all climates is different. Mine's is really dry, so I can't use like a lot of water, witch hazel, alcohol, and stuff like that. So I had used a little bit of bath bomb, not bath bomb, but I used a little bit of bubble bath. All right, so it just kind of, I don't know. I don't think it gave it more bubbles. I just think that it just binds it together a little better for me. All right, so I'm tapping on it, tap, 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 tap. And as you can see, I'm just doing the same thing over and over, putting the oatmeal in it. And this time I put oatmeal on the left hand side, and I didn't put it on the right hand side. So I'm just kind of playing around with it just to see how it look. Okay, so that's the back. And so it's oatmeal all throughout this bath bomb, on the back and on the front. I really love these bath bomb molds. I think they're really cool, and they were definitely not expensive at all. So let me show you guys, because I can't make another bath bomb with this little bit of stuff. So I'm going to show you guys how it foam up. Okay, and then I'm going to do a complete demo for you guys in the end, and you guys are going to enjoy that so much. So do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like, go ahead and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell and subscribe to the Patreon. Everything you need is in the description box, and I will see you guys again for the next video. Yes, look at this bath bomb, y'all. Look at the foam, the fuzzy, the foam, and all of that, honey. honey. This bath bomb was everything. It was moving at the fast of, oh my God, so fast, so fast, so fast. All right. So I think these bath bombs are perfect for any climate because we did not use a lot of liquid. We use a lot of oil. And so that will help it to not dry out as fast. All right. Okay.